Hello, YouTube family. It has been a long time coming. I am back after 9 months, and oh my goodness, how much has changed. Let me tell you, let me update you, because my life is very different. I'm obviously in a different place. I am at college. I am in the dorms this year. I have one more month of school. I'm actually in finals week right now. But yeah, so much has changed. I'm getting ready to go on a walk. That has not changed. I walk all the time. I'm getting ready to go on a walk and soak up some sun and do my Bible study by this little lake that we have at the college that I go to. And then at the lake, I think we should play a little catch up. Where I'm at right now with my health, my nutrition, and everything, and how I feel like my testimony can serve you. So yeah, I'm so excited. Hi vlog! Oh my gosh, it's been so long. It has been so long. It's been too long. So I'm back. You can't get rid of me. Anyway, thank you, Donnie, for telling me that I needed to film again and do this again. So here we are, and thank you for your support. Donnie, thank you. You're the best. Hashtag practically my gym dad. You guys, it's so chilly. Ooh, it's cold. But hey, the fit is cute, and I kind of match my water bottle right now, which is so fun. I love that. Also, it's funny that I'm vlogging again because now I have I'm holding a camera. It's very obvious I'm vlogging, and now I get to give myself evidence that I can vlog and not be embarrassed by it because it's just me living my life. Nature's beautiful, even though it's cold. I am gonna go grab my sweatpants and put my sweatpants on because I'm gonna be sitting by the water and it's gonna be even colder, and I hate being cold. I am chronically freezing all the time. In the summer, if you see me with a hoodie on, don't ask questions. I'm a cold girly. I struggle to warm up sometimes. Fair we did put pants on because it's a little cold. I checked the weather chat and it's 55 degrees. It's almost May. Why is it 55 degrees? Anyway, I also was made aware of the time and it's a little late. I already have 14,000 steps today, which is a lot. So I'm just gonna kind of move until I feel good and make my way over to the little walking area. So I'm just gonna do a little loop and enjoy the sun and get some sunlight and get some fresh air. And yeah, drink my water, stay hydrated. Praise God, thank God for the day. I know, all fun things. I have a huge project to work on. I have another project to write up, and then a few smart book assignments that I have to read through the book and answer questions. But alas, that'll get done later. It'll get done tonight and tomorrow. I have time, and you have time. Remember that, you always have time. The setup is literally perfect because the sun started shining and it's gorgeous, and I feel like God was like, okay, I'm gonna let the sun come out and then you can be hit with the sun while you read about the sun. Good job. All right, I'm gonna get into my Bible study though, so I am gonna put my phone away. But then after I get done, I'll give you guys an update on what I've been doing for the past 9 months. Hello, I just got done with my Bible study. It was so good. If you have not read Galatians verse 6, you need to go read it, specifically verse 1 through 10. In fact, I might even use some of what I've learned in my little update for you guys. Okay, so it's been 9 months, and my last vlog I had ran a 5K, which is so cool, by the way, and I'm happy to announce that I will have a run club this summer. I fear I've become a run girl, slightly. I haven't gone on a 5K since that last 5K, but I do run and I do enjoy it. But other than that, I started school. And if you follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok, I originally joined school again and I was going the pre-physical therapy route. And I did that because I wanted stability, I wanted financial stability, and I felt like I'd be really good at it. I felt like I could serve people that way. A lot has happened since I started school. It's kind of weird. It's weird. I'm 23 years old and I'm in the dorms. So my age group that I'm around is just so different, and our lives are so different. Our mindsets are so different. But in a way that's like learning and reconnecting me to like people, you know. I feel like I was just in my world of hyper optimization for the past 2 years. And so I feel like I've been really grounded and I've been forced to be present, but I still don't really feel very present. And in October, my boyfriend and I decided to split ways, 3 years, and we split up 3 days before our 3-year anniversary. It was mutual, but it still was probably the hardest thing I've gone to this year. Just not only losing a relationship, you're losing a future that you had planned and built with another person. And I lost my best friend. In a matter of hours, I had a person that I was so close with and so close to, that I saw every day, that I could go and talk to about my dreams, my hopes, my fears, and then he was gone. But he's not gone. It's so weird. He's a block away from me at any given point, and we are living 2 separate lives. If you're in that position where you're with somebody and you were with somebody and you're now not, and it's such a drastic change, I want you to have grace with yourself. But I also would encourage you to focus on your growth and focus on you, even though it's hard. I'll just point this out here because I want my life to help others. And for a while, me and him had been growing in separate ways. Not super drastic at first, and even to the end, it really wasn't too drastic that we were different. We just we wanted different things with our lives. He wants to go to New York, which I love New York. I wouldn't have a problem going to New York. He is going to pursue musical theater, stage, and he's going to do great. He's so talented. But I really want to move to Florida. I love Florida with my whole entire heart. I feel like I have my home there. I have a community of girls there. I have a church there. And every time I go, I'm at home. And I've been to New York before, and it was very nice, but it wasn't home. And so I know that about myself, and I know I want to go there. And I think it was that very, very distinct difference on where our lives were going. And you can't grow with somebody and expect them to change things that they love and change things that they like to fit you, and vice versa. So because I loved him so much and because we loved each other, we decided it was the best to split ways. And I think that's a very mature way to go about it, instead of prolonging it until you do get to that decision and then it's down the line and it's an even harder split. But if I had to amount for, where has she been? It happened in October, and I feel like just now I'm getting my groundings again. A little bit. A lot of the help is from God, and I have some really good friends up here, and I work a lot, so that takes my mind off of it. But that's kind of where I've been. But where am I heading? Where am I going? How's my fitness? What is she doing? Why hasn't she posted about that? Well, funny you ask. Let's get into it. So, when everything kind of went down, I kind of was in maintenance. I wasn't looking to cut. I was kind of focused on school. I was having fun. I was having fun coffees, and I didn't eat the cat food anyway. I always made my meal prep, so I was eating whole foods. But in December, I decided, I was like, I want to feel like myself again. And I want to go into the winter arc, and I want to cut again. Well, something to note is that I have not gone above 2,000 calories in the past 2 years, intentionally. We're going to get to that. Hold on. I love transparency. I love being honest. That's my whole brand. So So I decided to cut in December, and I started at 1,700 calories, and I increased my cardio, I increased my steps, and at that time I was already getting like 14,000 steps, but I pushed it to 20,000 with cardio and lifting and 1,700 calories, which was quite low. As somebody who, you know, this is like my profession, it's what I do, I know that that's low, but in my head I'm like, I'm different. My client would ask me the same thing and be like, oh no, that's too low, and there's this, and this is sustainable. Yeah, I did not listen to that. So I started a cut, but I was noticing old patterns in my head, not necessarily my actions, but definitely in my head, that were more closely related to like binge eating disorder type behaviors. Disordered eating is probably closer aligned to that. And a very distorted body image, and honestly self-hate. Like I really started to hate myself again. But I just kept going. I was like, I will feel so much better, and I will just love myself, and I will love everything when I'm skinny, like really, like when I'm small again, because I had gained a little bit of weight since my last big cut. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it, just gonna lock in. Well, I kept like a tracker on my wall, and I would highlight it if I was consistent. And there was more days than not that I was not consistent, and that I was having like overeating episodes, borderline binge episodes. But it was also like peak holiday, so I was going out with my family and I was going out with my friends, and I always told myself to overestimate, because like if you go out, even though you're eating chicken and broccoli, you don't know what it's cooked in, so overestimate. So I feel like I was sabotaging myself a lot in that aspect. But fast forward, I hired a coach. I kept getting my calories cut and my cardio increased. And now we're here in April, and I've lost my period. I have not had a period in 3 months. And I feel like I'm farther away from my goal than I was when I started my deficit. And I've been going since December. Like burning the candle at all ends, and then adding more wicks so that I could burn more. So I've been really tired lately. I've been really mentally down in the dumps. I've been really struggling with happiness and being content and being emotionally stable. I have stated probably several times in the course of 3 weeks, I'm crazy, I'm losing it, I'm losing my mind. And I don't think I've given myself enough grace for what I've been through. Honestly, this shows that healing's not linear. I don't think I've recovered at all from losing such a major person in my life, and I moved on too fast. I have not moved on, y'all. I'm healing. I am letting myself heal, but you know, moving, like suppressing the feelings, moving on. And I think I've tried to force myself to go through the motion, and I have just not let myself express what I'm trying to express. I've got a lot of emotions suppressed, and that's emotions about everything, with my personal life, with school, with certain other relationships, platonic or not. And I think I'd really let that get to me, and I don't think I really focused on getting better. So, but I also have reconnected a lot with God since our breakup, because I knew that God would really help me and like walk me through this in a way that I was going to live. I was going to survive through it. I know that sounds traumatic, but if you saw me, like, you would have been like, oh, the light in her eyes is just gone. And it's because it was. And I was really sad, and I know that Jesus has my joy, and he has my heart, and he loves me, and he has a plan for me, and he wants me to abide in him. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been abiding in him. And I reconnected after a really hard week, because I had a hard week, wasn't reading my Bible, wasn't in the Word, wasn't worshiping. Coincidence? I think not. But I did reconnect, and like tonight, like one of my biggest struggles that I've struggled with my whole life is comparison. And I think it's getting more and more and more prevalent with certain situations that I have in my life. But this verse was like, pay attention to your own work and then I'll be satisfied, a job well done, and I won't need to compare myself to anyone. I am responsible for my own conduct, so I'm responsible for my own behavior. So like, Holy Spirit clocks you so hard in the most gentlest way, because what do you mean? Pay attention to my own work. My life is posted on social media, and I still really do want to be an influencer, not in the way of like, I'm an influencer, but like, I want to reach a community and I want to help people. Like, that is a huge passion of mine. I want to do that, but I do that, and in my head, I'm like, well, if I want to be an influencer, I need to consume. And so I consume and I look at what everybody else is doing, and then I'm really discouraged and I feel like I'm far behind. Pay attention to your own work, then I'll be satisfied with the job well done. I put down here that, like I said, I'm encouraged by you, Lord, to be present, to keep going and focus on my work, my growth, my journey, to recognize how far I've come, the wonderful opportunities to learn and share my knowledge with others. I also recognize with conviction that, hey, I am responsible for my actions and I can have radical accountability. And then I was like, thank you for making me better. Because how one verse can truly change your heart posture on a thing. Because my line of job is very saturated. It's not saturated with me, but it is saturated. It's personal training, it's event planning, it's health focused, fitness focused, and yeah, there's a lot of people, and I can fall into a comparison, and I have, but I don't need to. In fact, God has given me confirmation with my job that I'm in right now and with the clients that I have right now that I'm making a difference. I speak in a way that's not intimidating to others to help encourage them in the gym. I make it realistic and I make it fun. I'm different. I fear. Stop. But I am. And I can help people. And only I was created with an intention to reach a certain sphere of people that God is single-handedly going to put in my life for blessing. Jump down at just the right time. We will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. I have been so close to giving up, okay? Full transparency. There has been countless moments in the past 3 weeks alone that I have wanted to give up, that I've wanted to lay everything down, that I was just like, screw it. If I'm going to start over, I might as well start over again and again and just go. Okay, back to we're responsible for our conduct. And then at just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing. Don't give up. Don't give up. I won't give up. You won't give up. And I'm posting again too because I want to create a community of accountability and create a community of very strong and wonderful, lovely women and girls who see that they can really do anything. They can be the good and do the good. They can reap a good harvest of blessings, and they have perseverance, right? We are very humbly and gently convicted to become the very best version of ourselves, because that's what we want. And I want you to know that God wants that for you too. He wants you to be the very best you that you can be. And that is what I'm trying to do. I'm really trying to become the best version of myself. I am recognizing when my actions and my thoughts and my words don't align with the person I want to be. And I journal about it, I bring it to God, and I redirect. And if I have to redirect multiple times, then I'm going to redirect multiple times. But that's what I'm doing. Kind of like with fitness and exercise, I'm not following my typical bodybuilding split. I want to get a strong deadlift again, so I'm going to deadlift. I want to really see how much weight I can move. I want to be strong. I don't want to go for the burn feeling anymore. I want to be strong, and I want to run. I want to start running again and be outside in nature. And I want to allow myself the freedom to try different forms of movement or revisit forms of movement that I used to do. And then with my nutrition, I want to fuel my body with whole foods that are good and that make me feel good. But I also don't want to stress or get anxious about when things are out of a routine, or if I have friends that invite me out. Dare I say, maybe I'm invited out for drinks, and instead of being rude or standoffish or cutting off a connection in my life, I say yes. I want to learn how to be flexible with this life that I have, because I only know that I have one. I have one. and I want to enjoy it, and I don't want to be a prisoner of my own head, because I've been a prisoner of my own head and my own thoughts for years, since I was 11 years old. Since I was 11 years old, I have been body obsessed and body focused. That's a long time. I'm 23 and I don't want anybody else to go through that. So this is already a pretty long video, but I wanted to give a little update and say that, hey, this next week that I will be filming a week of workouts, so stay tuned. I'm so excited to get back to vlogging. I love vlogging. And I love being myself, and I love putting myself out there. I'm comfortable with this, and I like it, and there's nothing wrong with me, and there's nothing wrong in sharing my life and just being a human being. Like, oh, we're literally on a floating rock. Like, live your silly life, live your delusional life, and enjoy it, because you really only do have one. And you have one chance to be present. You have one chance to make memories, and you have one chance to explore different facets of your life, to become this whole rounded individual that gets to experience every breath, every pain, every joy, everything. And it's fascinating and it's wonderful. So that's what I encourage you to do. And yeah, my nose is starting to run because it is so cold. So I think I'm going to wrap the video up here and go make myself dinner and go do homework. But yeah, this is like my favorite spot on campus. It wasn't for a while because there was so many wasps, but now they're all gone. So it's just me, and I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go have dinner. But I'm so glad to be back again. Thank you, Donnie, and thank you for everybody else who's gonna watch this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you want more content like this, it's very honest, very vulnerable. I love being honest. That's my business name. My business name is called Refresh. So I want to be honest and I want to be realistic, because health and wellness should be refreshing. Shouldn't take away from your life, you should give to your life. So if you guys have any more questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, video ideas, comment them down below. Be sure to give a like and follow along for more content like this. I'm so excited to be back and to be filming and to step into the alignment of what makes me me. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video.